Today, we wrap up our three-part series on common SAT prep mistakes. The last 2 weeks, we discussed test prep timing and the assumption that the SAT is the only option. Now, let's explore practice timing. I've noticed that with our students in our SAT and ACT programs, even though the time commitment for students' daily practices is just 30 to 40 minutes per day, 5 days a week, students will skip days or even a whole week of practices because their school workload was heavy. Now, before I get accused of not valuing students' education, let me state for the record that I was a math and Spanish teacher for 8 years in both private and public schools. Go Highlanders! So I absolutely believe students should give their best effort in their classes. However, until their junior year, most students haven't been so busy that they just didn't have enough time in the day to get everything done. These days, students have their sports practices and games, their club meetings, homework for their AP and general courses, tests to study for, tutoring sessions, volunteer work, and, on top of it all, standardized test practice. It's exhausting just saying it all. As adults, we've learned that there just isn't enough time in the day to do everything on our to-do list. So, what do? We prioritize. We do the things that are going to move the needle the most first and learn to be okay with having some things unfinished in order to preserve our sanity and get enough sleep to not be running on fumes. By students' junior year, the GPA is pretty well established, for better or for worse. So, when they're completing a 10-week SAT or ACT program, what should be the top priority? Schoolwork or standardized test prep? Will doing their standardized test practice around midnight after they've completed all their homework for school produce quality test scores that will give them their best shot and not only admission into their desired university, but also scholarship so they don't spend the first several years of their career paying off their student loans? I doubt it. Or will 10 weeks of their course load taking a slight hit in order to prioritize standardized test prep make their GPA plummet? Again, I don't think so. Well, that wraps up this series on common standardized test prep mistakes. Wishing you and your child great success along your standardized test prep journey. And remember, you got this.